Okay, so this is part one of two videos. I'm going to go over your vocabulary and context and preview the topic and read the first half of the story with you. Okay, so we're going to start with the vocabulary and context. Your first vocabulary word is competition. A contest between evenly matched teams makes for exciting competition. Competition could be in a sport, it could be at work, anything that's competitive between two people, or it could be more people. Okay, it's you competing against somebody else. Identical, which means it's same. Okay, the clothing worn by members of a team is often exactly alike or identical. A lot of times you'll hear about identical twins. They look exactly the same. As another example. Number 3, routine. This coach is explaining a routine or set course of action that a team must learn. Everyone usually has a routine. You know, we have a routine when we're in class. Schedule every day. We do certain things at certain times in a certain order. You know, everyone has a routine when they wake up. You know, they might brush their teeth, eat breakfast, do things in a particular order. So that's that word. Next word is element, which means part of something. Speed is an important part or element of many team sports, such as hockey. So it's just one of many aspects that takes to be good in hockey. It's not everything. You need speed, you need talent, you need agility, a lot of different things. So element means just part of something. And then the other definition of element, which is not going to be used here, would be a natural element such as silver or something like that. But anyway, that's this definition of element. Next word is intimidated. Smaller players might be intimidated or frightened by larger players. So it just means to scare someone, to intimidate someone, to frighten them. Unison. These rowers must work in unison to win. They must move their rows as one. So in unison literally means one, okay? It means to work together, to be as one. Recite. Cheerleaders recite a cheer to urge the team to win. Then they shout out another. So recite means to repeat, to chant, like they have cheers, they say over and over again. So to recite means to repeat out loud. Qualifying. This team won 3 earlier races, qualifying them to take part in the finals. A lot of sports you have to qualify to be in the final round of something. You have to win smaller rounds or smaller matches before you can move on to the finals. Uniform. Professional baseball fields are uniform in size. Bases are always 90 feet apart. This isn't the uniform that we would normally think of. Police officers wear a uniform. Even baseball players wear a uniform. This uniform means everything is the same. So all the baseball fields in the country are the same size, and bases are always the same distance apart from each other. So there's a sameness or uniformity to all the baseball stadiums, you could say. Mastered. Mastered means to conquer a skill or be an expert at something. So the sentence they use is the medals these girls won show that they have mastered athletic skills. Okay, when you're really good at something and you have control over something. On to preview the topic. This is about physical fitness. On page 113 in your packet, you could read along with me. Jumping rope can be a great way to keep fit. Double Dutch is a game of rope with a twist. There are 2 ropes and each is turned in a different direction. A Double Dutch team has at least 3 or 4 members, including 2 rope turners and at least, 2 rope turners and 1 or 2 jumpers. So you see in the picture, there's 2 children jumping in the middle in the jump rope, and you can't see the one person. You just see their hand holding the one side of the rope, but you see the other person holding the other side of the rope. So there's usually 4 people. Could be 3 people, could just be one person jumping in the middle. Within the ropes, the jumpers may do the same moves or different ones. The turners may recite rhymes to help the jumpers moving in the same rhythm. As you will see while reading the selection, being on a double Dutch team does more than keep the members in good shape. They also learn lessons about teamwork, discipline, and competition. The essential question that we're going to be thinking about when we read this story is how can being active in sports improve someone's attitude? So that's what I want you to think about as we go through this story. How can playing sports or being active in sports improve a person's attitude? On page 116, it says Rocket Girls. That's the heading on the top. So again, I'm on page 116. It's early Saturday morning, and 5 girls gather in the gymnasium of Reed Junior High School in Central Islip, Long Island. They are a multiracial group, white, black, and brown, but each girl is dressed in matching red tracksuit. When they jump into the double Dutch ropes, each head bobs with an identical ponytail. Remember, that looks exactly the same. They are a team. And what's more, each girl, averaging only 13 years old, knows what it's like to be a winner. The Snazzy Steppers, as this team is called, are the New York City champions. They also are ranked 5th in the whole world. As they unfold their ropes and begin to jump, they are intensely silent. They don't sing songs. They don't recite rhymes. Peggy and Debbie jump and rehearse their doubles routine. They move in unison, which isn't easy, and they execute even the most complex moves with a uniform grace. It means all together. It's as if they were rowers on the same boat, their legs slicing and curving together. The 2 turners offer up tips and criticism. Don't go faster than the rope, Laquina reminds her teammates. Sometimes the entire team catches a case of the giggles, prompting their coach to insist they focus harder. I'm not laughing, Peggy mutters. Yes, you were, whispers Debbie. I smile and then you laugh. Okay, page 118. In the ropes, it seems that the steppers defy gravity. They do handstands and backflips. They bend to touch their feet, kick their legs as high as Radio City Rockettes. But they are something even better. They are astronauts of the asphalt, rocket girls limited only by their imagination and their unbelievably limber athletic bodies. Life for the Snazzy Steppers wasn't always so sweet. It was only 5 years ago that these girls couldn't jump a double Dutch at all. Their coach, David Rocket, started the team 8 years ago when he became frustrated with the lack of positive activities for kids in the public school where he teaches. One recess, I was looking out the window of my classroom, says Coach Rocket. Some of the kids were doing double Dutch on the playground. I was fascinated by the call and response element, the rhythms, and the movement. The very next day, Rocket went to a local hardware store and bought a couple 100 yards of clothesline. He made a flyer inviting students to form a double Dutch team. 40 girls showed up. Coach Rocket was thrilled but intimidated. Most of the girls had no double Dutch experience. He'd have to teach them. But first he'd have to learn himself. No small feat for a 40-something white guy from the burbs. This is short for suburbs. But Coach Rocket was determined to see his girls fly. He visited other schools and playgrounds, asking the kids for lessons. He studied books about jump rope and scanned the internet for competition tips and news. In just a few short months, he had mastered the game. Coach Rocket even wrote a song to help teach his new girls how to jump. My name is Franny, I'm the rainbow frog. Inside the ropes, I'm a double Dutch star. Bring 3 friends together who share the same dream. 2 turners and 1 jumper make a winning jump rope team. Let's start with 2 ropes. Turners hold the ends. Don't drop the ropes, or you have to start again. Bend your knees slightly with your feet set apart. Spin those ropes round and round. You're off to a good start. Can you imagine an egg beater as it spins round and round? That's how the ropes look as they slap the ground. Come gather around, friends. We're going to have some fun. Singing and jumping, double dutch. Okay, so we're going to stop there for today. And tomorrow I will post a new video of the second half of the book. Okay?